Yesterday, we brought you an interview with a nurse, a whistleblower who worked at an ICE facility in Irwin County, Georgia, that's run by a private company. And in her complaint, she says that she heard from women at that facility, as you heard, that they were subjected to unnecessary hysterectomies at the hands of a local OBGYN. Now, that story went viral because not only is it horrifying, but because of the historical ramifications of any kind of coerced sterilization of an imprisoned immigrant population. Crucially, though, the complaint that Dawn Wooten filed, and she filed it with the IG for the DHS, right? She filed it, did not have any first-person testimony. She talked about talking to women, but the nurse who blew the whistle heard this from women she spoke to. And so for the last couple of days, we Here It All In have been trying to run down this story, to do some reporting to find out what exactly are the facts, what we know. And so tonight, we can report there are 3 women who say they had procedures they either did not consent to ahead of time or felt coerced into consenting to. Tonight, we can bring you part of an exclusive interview with one of those women detained at that very facility who says she felt pressured into a full abdominal hysterectomy by this doctor. The woman is in immigration proceedings and fears for her status, so we are calling her B and not showing her face. She was in the Irwin County Detention Center during the Trump administration. We've reviewed medical records that corroborate that she had this procedure. She went to this doctor, who NBC News has identified as Dr. Mahendra Amin, an OBGYN in nearby Douglas, Georgia. Now, we are aware of the whistleblower's allegations as they relate to Dr. Amin, and Dr. Amin has issued a statement saying we are aware of the whistleblower's statements as they relate to Dr. Amin, and he vehemently denies them. We look forward to all of the facts coming out and are confident that once they do, Dr. Amin will be cleared of any wrongdoing. Here is how B described her experience with that doctor at the facility.
I felt like I had no right to say anything. Dr. Amin just told me, listen, you're going to get hysterectomy done and schedule an appointment for that.
And then,
I had no say in this.
And then you did go and he did perform a full hysterectomy on you. He said to remove the cancerous tissue.
Yes, that's what I was told.
Now, again, as we said, the lawyer for Dr. Amin says he vehemently denies those allegations. That said, there is another woman who is at that same facility, right, in Irwin County, and she says she woke up from a medical procedure, again, in this contracted health care situation, only to be told by a doctor she would likely not have any children. Her name is Pauline Binam. She's an immigrant from Cameroon who came to the U.S. when she was only 2, and she says something similar happened to her. She was taken in immigration custody after she was arrested for misdemeanor larceny. Today, we spoke with her lawyer. He told us she was in detention at Irwin County facility for over 2 years, and over that time, she developed menstrual irregularities. She asked to see a doctor, and they told her she needed a procedure known as a dilation curettage, or a D&C, and she woke up from the procedure. The doctor, whose gender we do not know, said he or she had made the judgment call during surgery to remove one of her fallopian tubes and that she might have trouble conceiving again in the future. Now, her lawyer tells us she was in a wheelchair crying as the doctor told her this. She had no idea this would happen. And according to a document we obtained that's dated August 28, 2019, her lawyer tells us as part of Binam's ICE file, quote, she is, quote unquote, bothered by the fact that she went into surgery expecting a D&C and end up having a salpingectomy or fallopian tube removal. Now, we have asked ICE for comment. They have told us they cannot comment on medical records without a waiver due to privacy concerns. They take any allegations seriously and will cooperate with any investigations by the Inspector General. There's an announcement today that Ken Cuccinelli is going to be sending a team to investigate. For its part, the private company that runs the facility, LaSalle Corrections, says that while they are not commenting on the specific allegations, they say that they have a strict zero-tolerance policy for any kind of inappropriate behavior at their facilities, and they refute any allegations of misconduct. Now, remarkably, the second woman I discussed, who I named, Pauline Binam, ICE, get this, ICE tried to deport Pauline Binam today, this morning, until a congresswoman intervened and got her pulled off a plane before it took off.